one hot too. TINUBU this year, not only you want to get bad mouth. Okay now. He was accusing ATIKU of being a custom officer and also doing a business which is not supposed to be doing, that he violated the ethics of what is it called? Civil service commission, according to what he said, whether that is true or not. But that is what he has been talking about. Now, ATIKU has replied and saying, you, being a custom officer, I blocked you from bringing hard drugs to Nigeria. Hey. Speaking to supporters in Edo State on Thursday, TINUBU said his vision is to turn so-called Yahoo boys into manufacturing and creating of them being Gizel Garagara. Okay. The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, ATIKU Abubakar, says this counterparts in the All Progressives Congress, Bola Tinubu, lacks moral rights to reform Yahoo boys. Speaking to supporters in Edo State on Thursday, Tinubu said his vision is to turn so-called Yahoo boys into manufacturing creation of them being Gizel Gagaraga. Okay? Yahoo boys in local parlance means internet fraudsters. The former Lagos governor continued to bid for the country's presidency amidst public concerns regarding his health status, physical fitness for the job. Speaking in a statement by Frank Shaibu, the special assistant on public communications, ATIKU said Tinubu was frustrated, according to him, while serving as deputy director of customs in charge of enforcement and drugs. He stopped the ruling APC candidates and order from bringing hard drugs into the country. The statement read, the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, produced another comedy skit at the APC presidential rally in Benin City on Thursday, when he promised to turn the so-called Yahoo boys in Edo State to experts in manufacturing and creation of chips. Had it been he was addressing a Christian congregation, we could have assumed that he was speaking in tongues, but this was a campaign rally where he was supposed to have sold his candidacy to the millions of youth suffering from unemployment under the disease called the APC. Instead, he elected to refer to the young people of Edo State as Yahoo boys and fraudsters. Tinubu's daily gaps are evidence that he has no business going to Aso Rock presidential villa, but he should rather be seeking urgent medical attention while delivering his uninspiring speech. He took a swipe at Waziri ATIKU Abubakar, insisting that ATIKU acted dishonorably by selling vehicles while he was a custom officer. Tinubu's frustration is quite understandable given the fact that in 1989, while ATIKU, a federal officer, was serving as the deputy director of customs in charge of enforcement and drugs and was protecting the country's borders from smugglers and drug dealers, Tinubu was in bed with two notorious drug kingpins, Moise Akonde and Abiodun Agbele. American authorities revealed that Akonde took Tinubu to First Heritage Bank, where he opened an account for himself and his wife Oluremi in 1989. While opening the account, the Lagos Godfather revealed in document that he worked with Movie Nigeria Limited and his salary was $2,400 and he had no other sources of income. But records from his First Heritage Bank account showed that in 1990, he deposited $661,000 into his individual money market account, and in 1991 deposited $1,216,000 into the same money market account. In the bid to protect their reputation, Mobi representatives told U.S. authorities that even though Tinubu was a treasurer, he had no direct access to the company's cash and thus could not deposit funds on behalf of the firm. To date, Tinubu, the man Governor Wike and his friends have in their parochial interest signed up to support as president has not been able to explain why bringing UK here, okay now, has not been able to explain to any human being how he was able to save over $1.8 million from his monthly pay of $2,400 from Mobi company. Luckily for him, he was able to negotiate a deal with the US government, which saw him forfeit over $460,000 in cash. Yes, this is the same one that is taking the moral high ground. This must be the joke of the century. This is a man whose entire life is built on falsehood. He is not even brave enough to reveal the primary school and secondary schools he attended for fear of avalanche of deaths that will be unearthed about his life. He has continued to avoid debate so that he will not be forced to tell the truth. Yet he has the effrontery to question Atiku Abubakar. What a joke. Atiku Abubakar has been transparent with his life and business. He has listed all the companies he owns and has established himself as arguably. But the reason why TINUBU is pained is that while Atiku was custom officer, as at that time, he blocked TINUBU from bringing hard drugs into the country. So that is the frustration he got, and is the same person having the audacity to be accusing Atiku. Okay? For a man who openly claims to be wealthier than Osun State, he says he's richer than Osun State. What Nigerians should be asking is, how did he become stupendously wealthy? Perhaps the biggest indictment against TINUBU is Alpha Beta Consulting, a company given exclusive rights to generate revenue on behalf of the Lagos State government since 2002. The former managing director of the firm, Oladapo Apara, said in court filings that TINUBU runs the company by proxy. Apara claimed that the firm generated over 1.5 trillion naira, which is equivalent to $3.4 billion for the Lagos State government between 2002 and 2018, and received a commission of about 10% on average. Apara told the EFCC in a petition that as the head of the company, he began looking into its finances and he made many startling discoveries, such as mysterious transfers of over 20 billion naira in different currencies to some companies linked to TINUBU. Ahead of the election, TINUBU entered into a secret financial settlement with Alpha, and the case came to a sudden end in court. TINUBU should hide his face in shame rather than try to pontificate about morality. How can he even be talking about reforming Yahoo boys in Edo State, given his dark past with US authorities? He should remove the log in his eyes before trying to remove the speck in the eyes of others. This one hot too. This one harsh. Hey. See, these are facts. All of them know the truth. Is he the kind of person that some people are projecting? He helped this, he helped this son, he helped this one. Did he build the institution? He did not build the institution. See, these are the things, these are facts that all Nigerians know. And you can see a lot of politicians, see people who are really rooting for these people. People always talk about we don't want corruption, but this man is corruption personified. But everybody, of course, the supporters are looking the other way. Even those who are always complaining about the TINUBU's health, that is not even the issue. This man has a lot of baggages. The issue of health is what a lot of people are just talking about, which is even is part of it, but it's not even the main thing. This man has no integrity whatsoever. Even the article himself that is talking, no be saying this, because as he don't throw this on, TINUBU throw this on give him. He said don't throw give him. TINUBU will see, they will still reply themselves, but see the way they are embarrassing themselves on the altar of politics. And Nigerians are hearing all of these things, but we look the other way, and it does not matter. You are jealous. It's your money missing. The people ones that are even suffering, that was even the penny pass. The ones that are suffering are the ones that will be defending them. These things are in the public domain, and the whole world knows about it. And we expect the world to take us serious. Why we still defend these people? How do you expect the country to move forward in this kind of a thing? These are facts that all of them know. It is not even by opposition. It is a known fact. How can somebody receive $2,400 a month and deposited 1 point something million, and they are telling us that this and this. It's a clear case. It's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. Well, I wonder why people are still campaigning for TINUBU drug pusher and ATIKU kleptomania, while we have a better option in Peter Obi. Assuming we have a good working system, I don't think someone like TINUBU should be running for the #1 position in any country, because they are bastardized everywhere. That is why they can come with that bold face, even in the midst of nonsense that they have done. See, APC, are they supposed to even have the moral ground to be talking of anything? But they are still coming, and people are just like, somebody has come out to say that the Muslim ticket is a jihad, but whatever, it's a Muslim cleric, but those Christians we meet together with, that some people are they are just overreacting, that it does not matter. If we talk about competence, in the recent, Shetima and TINUBU, are they competent? No, tell us if they are competent. They will just use that to be boboing us. Well, if not drugs, what can make a man say Balabulu, Bulaba, PDAPC? Then it's a good man if you did that to him truly and he didn't even use it against you. He has been helpful to your political career. It seems you are the only one that knows about the drugs. Really? You see all this one Enroko, they call Enroko. Real truth is coming out now. Some waiting to hear kickback given to ATIKU. Then, because in every action there must be equal reaction, of course.